Hey, it's your girl, Bridget Brown Jackson. Listen, I had to come today live outside, enjoy some of this absolutely beautiful weather because if you know me, I am hailing from Detroit, Michigan. And listen, we got to have some great weather. I happen to be standing in front of outside of my 96-year-old great aunts, my grandmother's sister's home, and doing some things and doing double things at the same time. So I'm really, really excited. Anyways, let's get into this. Again, wanted to bring you some fresh air from outside. So we want to talk about today emotional intelligence and the journey, but I want to talk about it from a different lens. And so today we're going to talk about awareness, self awareness for leaders. Listen, if you're a leader, if you're leading yourself or you're leading a team, either way, I want you to understand the value of, again, having that self awareness. So imagine this, imagine you're standing at the edge of an uncharted ocean. Listen, I got married on the Atlantic Ocean. So just imagine you standing there, right? Your diving suit, okay, is your self awareness, but your vessel explores the deep depths of your inner world, okay? So we're gonna go deep dive inside. So as a leader, you gotta have some perspective about who you are. So it's about peeling back the layers and understanding what makes you absolutely tick. What makes you tick as a leader? It's acknowledging, the fact that your emotions, it's okay to have them, but do you understand your emotions? Are your emotions um, carrying you? Or are you carrying your emotions? Right? And so it's understanding that. It's understanding that, acknowledging those moments where you're fired up and everything, right? You got all of this stuff together because, again, you're very, very self aware of it. And so, self awareness isn't just about, again, scratching the surface. Remember, we're talking about it's like an ocean. So, if it's the ocean, then you're plunging deep into the ocean. And so, if you're going deep into the ocean, you're going to do the same thing with your own psyche. So, how are you going into those recesses of who you really are as a person, as a leader, right? And so understanding that, I want you to understand knowing the power of you. Do you understand yourself? And so as I coach my clients, one of the things that I share with them all the time is, do you understand yourself at a cellular level? Do you understand yourself at a cellular level? So, are you able to step forward as a leader and to go deep dive into yourself? Not just, again, those surface things, not just being able to look at yourself from the outside, from the exterior, what other people see. What's the part that people don't see? What's those skeletons? And I'm not talking about skeletons in your closet. I'm talking about like your skeletal system. Behind all of those emotions, what is it based on? So in your emotional landscape, what have you done, again, to be able to be that person? And how do you literally use that to inspire your team? So getting down to the depth of, again, knowing yourself in the deep. Have you been able to do that? Do you really know that, again, all of the intricate pieces about you as a leader? That's what emotional intelligence has you to do. So I'll give you this example. For instance, had a situation that was going on, and I was upset, very, very frustrated about the situation. And then I had to realize my emotional intelligence is not everybody else's emotional intelligence. So it's not giving them a pass, but it's actually acknowledging that if they're not where you're at, why do you expect this, and that? Okay. So you understand that, you know that. We're related to this. Driving down the street, one of the things that I love talking about all the time, if you listen to me, you'll hear me talking about blind spot technology. Listen, I love it because I have blind spot technology on my car. I don't know about you, but I used to hate, absolutely hate when cars would pull on my blind spot and be there on the freeway, and then you don't see them. And it's like, why are you driving? Not just be on my blind spot, but drive in your blind spot for a long period of time. Well, we have blind spot technology now on most vehicles. And so, the little light flashes, yellow or red, whatever you have on your car, or you got a blinker inside your car. I have mine on my outside mirror, and a little person in a car like shows up, pops up on my mirrors, right? So it lets me know that somebody is on the side of me. Well, that's what this blind spot technology, if we think about it in this intelligence, you understand your blind spots. That doesn't mean that everybody understands their blind spots. So what do I mean by that? Well, I drive past people, and as I'm driving down the freeway, sometimes I'm like, why is this person driving over here? And then if they come up close to me, I can see they don't have blind spot technology. So if they don't have blind spot technology, you know what I do? I either fall behind them or I speed up and get in front of them because I don't want them on my side because they don't have blind spot technology. Well, we can relate that in the real. So self awareness is that for leaders. Just because you are totally self aware doesn't mean that everybody on your team has that same capacity of self awareness. So, whatever yours is, I just need you to understand who you are. Okay. I just need you to understand who you are. I just need you to know that in a deep level. Okay. At a deep level. So understanding your self-awareness about yourself. So do you know yourself through and through? And again, I'm not talking about the surface. I've been on this earth for decades, right? uh so I don't mind telling my age, but I ain't gonna do that, y'all. So listen, seriously, I have been on this earth for decades. So I know myself. But it wasn't until I started diving into more blind spot technology that I understand myself at a deeper level now. And now that I understand myself at a deeper level, I can lead people differently, right? And so I expect different things too as well. So those expectations are not the same when you are on a different level with your acknowledgement and what you understand. So through that self-awareness, how can I make this applicable? Let me give you three things. All right. Yesterday I gave you five. Today I'm going to give you three things. Three things that you can do to help you navigate understanding yourself or enhancing your self awareness, right? Because I want you to be a master at self awareness. All right. So I want to equip you with some techniques. Here's three things that I absolutely do. Number one, journal. So imagine that your thoughts are like the stars in the sky. So if you have that, then when you can journal about them, right? So through writing, you can get clarity. You can understand your emotions. You can understand your challenges. You can talk and discuss your breakthroughs. Your journal becomes a mirror to the inside and outside world, right? Number two, mindfulness. Okay. So, in the hustle of being a leader, at times, mindfulness is going to be our sanctuary. And what I mean by that is being fully present, okay? Fully present about your emotions and acknowledging your emotions. Don't judge yourself. Do not judge yourself, but practice that mindfulness and develop those skills. It's going to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Okay, so the difference is with mindfulness is you're going to be thoughtful rather than reactive. All right, and then the third thing is feedback. I want you to be feedback seeking. Seek feedback. All right. So imagine your growth, your learning, your development is a puzzle. So if it's a puzzle, feedback is the missing piece. All right. So if it's a puzzle, feedback is the missing piece. So I want you to embrace that. So I want you to seek out feedback from your colleagues, from your mentors, from close people, your team, your family members, whoever those people are. And then I want you to embrace some constructive criticism. All right. And I want you to embrace it as a gift. When people are giving you input, that's a gift because it's going to give you insight more into you. Remember, we're talking about emotional intelligence. We're talking about self awareness. So it's going to give you a window into that blind spot. And we talked about that blind spot technology. So if you get that window and you understand it, now you get to lead better. And when you lead better, you are growing and developing and becoming a more positive leader, right? So we're going to get on out of here. This is the 10 minutes. Listen, I want you to understand that you can get to the depths of self awareness. I want you to understand that it is not a destination. It's not a destination. I need you to understand that it's not a destination, but this is a lifetime voyage. You've been with yourself how many ever years you are old. Remember, I'm years old and I've been on this world for a couple of decades, but it is a voyage. It's a lifetime voyage. It's just like the ocean with hidden treasures. There's treasures all about yourself. Keep diving, keep deep diving, keep finding out those things about yourself. Keep diving and finding out those things about yourself, because this is an amazing, amazing voyage. Okay, so we talked about self awareness today. I want you to come on back because we're going to talk about self regulation tomorrow. Hey, I'm out. I'm your girl, Bridget Brown Jackson. I love talking all things behavior. I'm a behavioral wealth strategist. My organization is called Exponential Edge Adventures, where we love, love, love teaching all things about behaviors, right? I come in and I help organizations take care of team development to help retain that same team and to optimize productivity. I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow.